Welcome back to the realm, my lords and ladies. I am the Goat King, and today I have a house rule I want to show you. The problem I want to resolve with this house rule is that third action can be tricky to use, and using it for an attack, especially if your first two have already missed, kind of feels like giving up. Of course, there are other options for what you use your third action on, but they're not always viable. Later in a fight, recall knowledge has typically already been used and already retrieved most of the important information about a creature. If you don't have a shield to raise or have the shield spell, you can't use that for your third action either. And it's not always a good idea to move away from your enemy, not just because they may rarely have attack of opportunity, but also you may be providing flank for one of your allies, or be planning to provide them flank when they move into position on their turn. This is especially impactful for rogues, because having a flanking position is the easiest way to get an enemy flat-footed so that you can use your sneak attack. Most of your athletics skill actions all count as an attack, so they don't do very much in that third position either, considering just like an attack, they'll probably fail, and they might even critically fail, which can sometimes cause you a penalty. If you were planning to intimidate the enemy, you probably used it on your first action, and instead of this third action being something you didn't know what to do with, you've probably already made a second attack. For these reasons, it can be difficult sometimes to know what to do with a third action. And so I do want to introduce a solution. Now, a solution has to have limits of its own, mostly because you don't want it to replace all these other options. You don't want to take away these other actions. You want to add something that steps in where the others aren't quite filling. If you take away from those, you narrow the play space so that players feel they have to do this clearly better option. Solution cannot have a greater utility than recall knowledge, raising a shield, or moving. A solution cannot always be preferable to simply attacking a third time, because there are times when just attacking that third time should be the better option. My solution is the Frustrated Strike, an action that pulls on the genuine emotion your players will often be feeling in the situation that this becomes useful. Frustrated Strike is an attack with a Flourish trait, and it requires that you have not succeeded in an attack previously in this turn, and your multiple attack penalty be full. The effect is that you make a strike, ignoring your multiple attack penalty. Instead, you take a -5 circumstance penalty to your armor class until the beginning of your next turn. I genuinely think this gives your players another useful option that they won't always want to take. Given the way Pathfinder's penalties and bonuses work, and the way the math works out, a -5 is a really big difference. To be clear, for the enemy, if they were to choose to attack this player, that is a 25% higher chance to hit on top of whatever their original chance was, as well as 25% higher chance to critically hit. And that's a really big penalty, but the result is that you make an attack ignoring your multiple attack penalty. This attack will have the same bonus and chance to hit as your very first attack in a round. It's a really strong swap. You are putting yourself entirely on the offensive and dropping your defenses completely. I would love to hear your feedback either in the comments below or in our Discord linked in the description. Thank you again for visiting the realm. I'm the Goat King. Come back again soon for more videos about Pathfinder and Starfinder.